We shall steal the moon. We shall grab the moon. So apparently, Bayley is back in WWE, and another random faction has been formed. And you're telling me Vince McMahon is still not there? Io Shirai, Dakota Kai, and Bayley. I don't care what kind of Dakota we're talking about here. Nobody gives a fuck about Dakota. North Dakota, South Dakota, Dakota Kai. Nobody gives a fuck. Here we go again. Another random faction. And then you wonder why Sasha Banks and Naomi left the company. Random tag teams being formed. Random factions being formed. And then you start the faction, then you end it in like 3 months. The Hurt Business. The Hurt Business was a fucking joke. You put Bobby Lashley together with a bunch of black guys. Oh, how cute. How fucking cute. Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin, MVP's your mouthpiece. You had Leo Rush be Bobby Lashley's mouthpiece before. And then you wonder why Bobby Lashley is taking a fucking nosedive. Nobody gave a shit about the Hurt Business. And then it fucking ended in 3 months. If I had my chance to book the Hurt Business, I would have booked them in a completely different fashion. But the way that they were portrayed, and Bobby Lashley was champion at the time. So they had the Hurt Business. Lashley was champion. Then he wanted to become serious, and they broke the faction up, right? Like 3 months. You know what else this was like? Judgment Day. First of all, why is Edge a heel? Well, not that he's a heel, but why is Edge a heel as like a demented fucking brood character? I think we want the Rated R Superstar, right? We got the Rated R Superstar last night, apparently. Well, I know we did. I just didn't watch SummerSlam. I saw the fucking look. It's like where people are popping for the Rated R Superstar being back. You're popping for that? You should have had him the whole time. That's the Edge that the fans want to see. Not the brood guy. Not here's my other side. You think you know me? Oh, blow me. So, Damian Priest helps out Edge at WrestleMania. We have a faction. Rhea Ripley joins. And then the faction is done. Kaput. In like 3 months. Just like the Hurt Business. And now we got Bayley with these 2 random fucking bitches. Io Shirai, Dakota Kai. How long is that gonna last? And then you break the faction up in 3 months. You have a match between the people. Pay-per-view match. Yawn, 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 yawn. It's the same shit. I'm waiting for the Triple H influence. I told you, if I see it, I will let you know. There has been a Triple H influence with Drew McIntyre being named the number 1 contender for the WWE Championship. That influence is there. Finally, some long-term fucking strategy being employed. Finally. Not throwing together a card within the last 2 weeks of the pay-per-view. We actually know what the main event is before the start of Raw, which is great. I like that. That's Triple H. That's what he's going to do. That's not what Vince McMahon's going to do. Vince McMahon's going to keep booking random shit. 2 weeks, 1 week before the show, still doesn't know what his pay-per-view is. That's Vince McMahon. Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Shirai, that's Vince McMahon. Why is Bayley with these random 2 fucking bitches? It's Bayley and Sasha Banks. That's what it should be. That's what it always should be. And for whatever reason, here we go again. Naomi's with Sasha Banks. Bayley's with 2 random fucking clowns. They're not clowns, though. I like Io Shirai. Dakota Kai, nobody gives a shit about Dakota. Who gives a shit about Dakota? Nobody gives a fuck about North Dakota and South Dakota. Come on, guys. Terrible. This is what the product is. You look at New Japan, for example, okay? You look at their factions. They have 3 factions right now, 3 predominant ones. You have Chaos, which has been around since 2009. They have had a faction for 13 years. And Vince McMahon can't even make one last for 13 weeks. He can't even get through a pregnancy. Bayley got through her pregnancy. I don't think this faction's going to last 9 months. Bullet Club's been around since 2012. We got the new United Empire faction, Will Ospreay, Jeff Cobb and company. They know how to do factions. They keep the faction around. Vince McMahon kills it within 3 to 4 months. It's gone. Just like that. And we're going to see the same thing here. Why the fuck is Bayley doing this? She returns and she's with these 2? No. That's not how this should go. So when these 2 die off, because that's what happened to Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley came in from NXT, buttload of talent, not being used properly. Put her in a random faction, she took a nosedive. Damian Priest looks like a prostitute, took a nosedive. Anytime Vince McMahon tries to make a faction, he is not allowing these performers to surpass expectations. A faction is supposed to be formed so that you can create new stars. Look at Evolution, for example. Randy Orton turned into a big star. Batista turned into a big star. You had Triple H and Ric Flair. Hart Foundation, filled with big stars. Made sense, right? These pairings don't make sense. None of them do. I haven't seen a good faction in WWE in 10 plus years. Everything implodes in 3 to 4 months. We're going to see the same thing with Bayley. And then we're going to get Bayley and Io Shirai at a pay-per-view. We're going to get Bayley and Dakota Kai at a pay-per-view. That is what the product is. Randomness leading to tag teams being split up, and then you have a match. We're doing the Rockers thing over and over and over and over and over again. You're supposed to make stars when you build a faction. Did Cedric Alexander turn into a star? No. Did Damian Priest turn into a star? No. Now Finn Balor's in this fucking group? And now it's going to be Edge versus Finn Balor, Edge versus Damian Priest. Oh, who gives a fuck? You ended in 3 months. There's no emotional investment. Because we weren't able to actually care about this faction because it wasn't around long enough. So, this is what you get for taking the rated R superstar away from Edge. You give him the Brood fucking character. And it fell flat. Fell very flat. And this is what we continually see in this product. Randomness isn't going to work. Things need to make sense. Bayley and Sasha Banks is the pairing. Sasha Banks left because of this shit. The tag team fucking women's division was a joke. Random teams being made together. You had Nia Jax with Shayna Baszler, then Shayna Baszler's with Natalya, Natalya's with fucking Tamina. What is this shit? I don't even know why I know this stuff. I haven't watched the product. So clearly I'm still wasting my time on this shit. You know, looking at stuff. It's, I know I'm making a joke of Vince McMahon and, all this stuff. But it sucks. This stuff sucks. Make a real faction. One that will last. One that will leave an imprint in the annals of time. Are we going to remember Judgment Day? No. Are we going to remember the Hurt Business? No. I had to Google the Hurt Business before I made this video because I forgot what the faction was called. You know why I forgot? Because the faction fucking sucked. Cedric Alexander, is he anything now? Oh, God, Seth Rollins had a faction. What the fuck were they called? What'd you do with Buddy Murphy? Oh, yeah, you released the guy. Authors of Pain, bye. Seth Rollins didn't get over because you made a match between he, Becky Lynch, Baron fucking Corbin, and what's her fucking name? Lacey Evans. Right? You did that shit. Then it was Baron Corbin, Seth Rollins, and then down he fucking went. And because of that fucking pairing, because of that intergender match, and I think they did a one-on-one. I don't remember if they did or not. I should have looked this up before the video. That's my fault. My apologies. But this is why you can't get people over. Raw is tomorrow night. I'm going to check out the results. I'm not going to watch the show. I'll let you know if it's Triple H is more involved or not. I reported last week, hey, Vince ain't going anywhere. He's still there. This is an example of that. Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Shirai. I like Io Shirai. I think she's very talented. She does a nice little moonsault, reminiscent of the Great Muta. But now she's in this random faction. They're going to split up in about 3 to 4 months. And then nobody's going to give a fuck about Io Shirai or Dakota Kai because they're not going to be used properly. They're going to be perceived like shit. We're going to have a random match afterwards with Bayley against these two. Bayley's probably going to beat both of them. No new stars are going to be made here. And then what? Io Shirai is going to get the boot out the door? Shelton Benjamin, is he still there? Cedric, are they still there? But we still got Veer and Shanky, right? Those two fucks. This is your WWE, guys. This is your product. This is your randomness. And I'm sick of it. That's why I don't watch. If you guys don't watch, they're going to be forced to change. Make sure you don't watch. We got Triple H now. And I'll let you know if the product changes. If it does, I will watch again. And I will do videos as a person who actually watches the product. But until this shit stops, I ain't watching. Grab the moon. Steal the moon.